Welcome to episode 2.
Yes. What are we talking about today, Grace?
We are talking about book club, Barbie, and big deal killers in the mortgage business.
Okay.
Right.
So let's talk about where we're working from today.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi.
Yes. All right, Carly, where are you working from today?
Working from home. I was originally going to go to Starbucks, but just didn't make it out. So I am in the dining room today. Where are you?
I am in Naples, Florida, at my family's house, at my desk. That's where I am.
And I'm down at my beach house in Ocean View, Delaware, and I have a little workstation in my bedroom just for when I need like quiet time because the house is tiny. So I am working at my little setup here.
Love it. And we love your Barbie get up today.
Oh, thank you. If you haven't seen the movie, she does have a pink gingham just like this.
So cute.
So that was fun.
Well, what coffee are you guys drinking today?
Janelle, you go first.
Okay, so first of all, let's check out my Barbie mug.
I love it.
I love that.
And I am drinking brown sugar crumble. So I love brown sugar, and it's black, but it's really tasty. It's good.
What about you?
I'm drinking my salted maple latte, which is my daily go-to. It's with my little Nespresso setup. So I get the Starbucks blonde espresso pods and then use that with maple syrup, salt, milk, all the good stuff. So super good.
And is that iced coffee?
Yes, it is
Okay.
iced. I'll drink ice like 90% of the year, and I'll have a small stint in the winter where it's hot. But,
Okay.
Carly?
What are you drinking, Carly?
I went very basic again with my Starbucks for the day. But I just got an iced coffee with some toffee nut and almond milk in it. And then I add my own ice through the day so I can make multiple coffees out of it.
It's so smart.
Yeah.
All right. Should we hop into what books we're reading? So we're going to chat about well, I got back into reading recently. I'd say this year. I hadn't really been reading regularly for a while, so I started reading as a stress reliever, and then I just got like into it more and more. But somebody else share tell us what book you're loving or that you recently read that you love.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Yeah, please.
So I am not a big reader. I'm becoming more of a reader as I'm getting older. I've jumped into the Colleen Hoover on the bandwagon there. So I really liked Reminders of Him. And I tried to get into It Ends With Us, but it wasn't really my deal. I tried several times to get into it, but I just reached out to my sister-in-law. She has like all of her books, and she's going to let me borrow a couple so I can get back into it, so I can talk about it more.
When do you find time to read when you have two little ones? Like when is the time?
I try to sneak it in whenever I can.
How old are your two?
How old are they?
Yeah.
My daughter will be 4 in October, and Jace will be 18 months in August. So
little. Yeah,
very
so
little.
You have to squeeze it in.
Oh, yeah. I do it a lot when they're like playing together, or most of the time it'll be like after bed when I'm just trying to like relax for the night.
All right, Grace, what are you loving? What are you hating?
Mine are like fresh off the docket. Janelle inspired me back in like April to start reading again. I think unintentionally she inspired me to. And so the first book I picked up was by an author named Kristen Hanna. Loved the book. It was called The Nightingale. She does like historical fiction, they're really like riveting stories. anyways, loved that book. And then I was like, oh, so I'll probably love, her other stuff. Then I picked up this one, which I like really hated. Oh no. It's called The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna.
Okay.
There was not one likable character in the story. Like, even the heroine, you were just like, no, I don't like you. And so, like, interesting historical, it was based in the Great Depression, so you're learning a lot of cool stuff about that time period, but I was just like waiting for it to be over. So my book I'm recommending today is the one I picked up after that. I said I'm going to give her a third chance, and she totally redeemed herself with The Great Alone. This is based in the 1970s about a family that moves to Alaska, like the last frontier, to homestead and everything. And it's a really dangerous place to live, especially in the 1970s. And so it's like there are thrilling moments. You love the characters, all that. So love Kristen Hanna. She's great.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, real quick, so I'll share. I did finish Verity, and I'm a slow reader. It takes me a long time to read a book. This one I read in a week or less, which is super fast for me because usually I was pacing like 3 months per book or something like that. And then Greg and my husband, decided we would try to read a book together. So The Silent Patient, is that showing up the right way?
Yeah.
Okay. And this one is really good too. We have agreed to read 25 pages a day, which is a challenge. It's pretty hard to get that in consistently, but we're more than halfway through, and he likes it a lot. We get a chance to talk about it for like a couple minutes every day. It's good. I recommend doing that with your significant other if you can, if they would be open to it. But yeah, I'm loving reading, so that's been fun. We do want to mention we're doing a giveaway today. And what are we giving away, Carly? Can you show your idea for a giveaway?
I stumbled across the Simply Southern fog bags at the fair this weekend, and I thought in conjunction with our theme, it was very Barbie-like, and I thought it would be a really cool giveaway to share with someone.
Yeah, so we are giving away. I went right out last night. We're giving this away with the Barbie tag, and then a matching flamingo tumbler and a matching beach towel. We're all about the pink. I'm all into pink this week. So we're excited about that. How do they get a chance to win?
So you can like our video wherever you're watching it, if you're on Facebook or YouTube, and then comment and then share it somewhere. So you can click share on the post or the YouTube video, share it somewhere, and we'll mark you down to join our little raffle.
Okay. And we will be picking the winner next week live on this show. So please come back and see what we're talking about next week and watch hopefully yourself win this nice giveaway.
We got one like already, so they're getting on it.
Should we switch now into talking about Barbie for a minute or two?
Totally. Now, you saw Barbie.
I did see Barbie. I went by myself yesterday, which I've never actually gone to the movies by myself before. So that was totally fine and fun. I really enjoyed it. The movie. You guys have any questions about the movie? What can I say?
I want to know who, besides Barbie, who was your favorite character?
There's Barbie Land and reality, and they put this movie together really well. Barbie travels to reality because she started to have thoughts of like what actual people would think versus like wake up every day and the day's perfect. And so there's like the humans that she travels from Barbie Land to reality, and she there's a lady that works at Mattel, and she's also the mom that had she was into Barbie when she was young. Her daughter was into Barbie. So that lady is probably my favorite character other than Barbie. That's a good question.
America Ferrera? Is that the actress? I feel like I've seen her on things.
I don't know her name, but she's very beautiful. And I'm sure I've seen her before in movies, right? What else was she?
Yeah. She's in Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, but that was like probably 12 years ago now.
Yeah. She's good. I have to say this. They talked about like Barbie, what started out in a doll and a bathing suit, but became so much more for like little girls. And it just reminds me really of our brand and what I try to stand for as a company. But like, it's to empower women. And I think I even said this to Carly when we talked before she started, is that like, I believe women can like do it all, and that I personally think they're the most productive species on the planet. But and I believe they can do it all, have balance, raise kids, and be successful. And they said things like that in there, but they did a really nice job of like having the nostalgia piece where you're like dreaming of actually living in the Barbie land that you used to play with, and bringing it full circle about like reality versus perfection. And it was good. It was a solid good. I liked it.
I want to go see it so bad. Yeah. And Jody he didn't even know Barbie movie was out when I asked him last night about it. And I'm so sad.
I started to see Barbie places. Like, I do live under a rock, and I started to see Barbie everywhere, and I'm like, what's going on here? And then I had to research, like, why am I seeing Barbie everywhere? And there was a movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I highly recommend it. It's so nostalgic, and I love that, like, my mom had Barbies, I have Barbies, my daughter played with Barbie, so everyone can relate to it. And I do feel like a man could sit through it too and be perfectly fine, because it's funny. That's my review.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. So I have to head out of here promptly at 1:59, but before I head out, let's just talk about, in the mortgage business, there is a lot that goes on, right? We have to be really thorough. There's so many details. I don't think people understand how much we deal with behind the scenes. And nobody would understand unless they worked in this business. But we wanted to share with you, I guess, something like a recommendation of what not to do when you're in the middle of your mortgage process. So Grace, do you want to try to explain?
Yeah. So
what we recently, this was just a recent thing, right, that came up.
And so when you are applying for a mortgage, a lot of things are taken into consideration to conclude, whether or not you qualify. And one of those things is your debt that you have, your monthly debt obligations. So like your car payments, your credit cards, any mortgages you have. And so, all of that is looked at. You will get your mortgage pre-approval if you qualify. But then if you go under contract on a house, and then, you're maybe a month away from closing on your home, and you decide to take out more credit, that was not accounted for in your initial approval. And so recently we had a situation where someone was under contract, and they actually took out a home equity line of credit on their current home. To use some of those funds toward their next purchase, which it's not that you can't take out a home equity line of credit to use those funds on your purchase, but it was when they did it, which was in the middle of their transaction, which added some complication to kind of having to reevaluate if they still qualified for this home that they were buying.
Yeah, so there's the source of funds. So we always designate the source of funds, and that can come from your bank account, your 401k, or whatever. So there was a source of funds issue because we were told it was coming from a 401k, but then the person switched without communicating that he got a home equity loan. And then there's the debt ratio. So we had to scramble at the end because there was no communication on the change, and then make sure he qualified with his home equity line of credit. And then we had to wait for the funds to reach his bank account, which happened much later than he anticipated. So that put us like toward just so frazzled at the end. Like we didn't want to be frazzled. Of course, we met the time frame, we met the deadline. He closed on time, but he was stressed out because of the lack of communication. So I guess the biggest thing is if you're going to make a change in the middle of your process, let your loan officer team know as soon as possible so that we can make sure it works, make sure we're putting the proper steps in place so that nobody's stressed out during the process, because we like to have it as smooth as possible.
Yes.
So
you probably have to go.
You have to run, but let's not. We want to show one more time what we're giving away. We're giving this away.
Get our little sticker up here.
It's a matching beach towel. Oh my gosh! And a matching mug. And the way that you win your giveaway, you get a chance to win the giveaway is by liking, commenting and sharing this post. So thank you guys for joining us.
Yes.
We'll try to put together some fun things in the future and let us know what you want to see. Maybe we'll show up with that one week.
Yeah.
Thank you
We'll
guys.
see you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah.